Self-care has become a big buzzword in the wellness industry. Everyone's talking about it, but do you really know what self-care is? What if I told you it wasn't all massages and pedicures? Are you shocked? Well, stay tuned, because today we're talking about what self-care is and why you need to incorporate these 3 elements of self-care into your day. Hey everyone, it's Kristen here from KristenWestcott.com, where I help working moms simplify their lives so they can get organized and manage their time better so that they can find an extra 2 hours a day for themselves. This month, I'm doing a 4-part video series on self-care, and this is the second video in that series. If you haven't had a chance to watch the first video, no worries. I've posted the link in the comments below this video, and you can go back and watch it after you finish watching today's video. So in today's video, it's all about defining and figuring out what self-care really means. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell beside it so you get notified when I post new videos or go live. Self-care really has become a big buzzword in the wellness industry. Everybody is talking about it. Are you tired of hearing about it yet? Well, even though this topic is all over the internet, I'm still going to talk about it today because I know that despite all the information out there, most women still don't understand what self-care really is. It's not all massages and pedicures, my friend. And in the working mom world, where time is worth more than gold, self-care is definitely misunderstood. Self-care is a necessity for living a happy and fulfilling life. So what is self-care then? Well, like I said, it's not all massages and pedicures. Those are definitely forms of self-care, but it encompasses so much more than that. The Oxford Dictionary defines self-care as the practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness, in particular during periods of stress. So self-care is any activity that you would do to reduce your stress and boost your happiness. You have to take an active role to protect your happiness. And while massages might make you happy, you probably can't fit them into your everyday life. So it's time to broaden your definition of what practices you can do to protect your well-being and happiness. As a mom, I need time away from my kids and away from the housework and all the responsibilities in order to de-stress. But this can be done in many different ways. I enjoy spending 15 minutes reading a book while having a cup of tea, or sometimes laying down and listening to a podcast with earbuds in so that I don't hear anything else around me. And a friend of mine enjoys going for hikes. She loves being out in nature and finds that it really clears her head when she's out on a hike. And one of my other friends enjoys yoga, and she makes sure she attends a class 3 times a week. And while hiking and yoga are not really relaxing for me, they are forms of self-care for my friends. So what's important to take away from this is that there are many, many different forms of self-care, and what works for you might not work for someone else. So there's no right or wrong activity to do for it to be classified as self-care as long as you find it enjoyable. Does that make you happy? Do you stress a little bit less while doing a particular activity? And if you said yes to that, then it counts as self-care for you. This makes the possibilities endless. So if you're at all familiar with self-care or personal development, you've no doubt heard that you need to care for your mind, your body, and your spirit. So I'm going to break that down for you in today's video. The first one we're going to talk about is self-care for your mind. And when we think about taking care of our minds, we're thinking about different ways to either expand our knowledge and stimulate our brains, or to relax our mind. And both of these fall under self-care for the mind. So activities that might fall under this include reading, listening to music, maybe learning a new language, practicing mindfulness,